Think you should concentrate more on getting your sea legs under you before vying for department chief? You have a knack for this stuff. Scotty will be eager to Shanghai you for extra work.
We've decrypted the Eagle log data.
Captain's log, Stardate 813.2. An imperfection in our dilating crystals have caused an engine imbalance. It's created a wormhole and sent us across the quadrant. Long-range communications are down. We have received an answer to our distress call from a race nearby known as the Mesca. They sent a ship to help. Captain's log supplemental. The Mesca. The doctor warned me. Must attempt self-destruct. Last resort. Take as many of them with us as we can. No!
Maybe the doctor wasn't affected.
The captain obviously was. Alersa affected his mind. She made him do things. Give orders he otherwise wouldn't have. That crew was bound to follow.
My wife suffered the same fate. She was the captain in our fleet. 3 years ago, Alersa captured her. Twisted her mind, used her against us all. At Alersa's order, Shadi killed my commander and destroyed his vessel. To avoid further carnage, I had to give the order to... My wife's death was at my own hands. Alersa did more than deprive Shadi of her identity, Captain. She stole from me my life. When I thought you Mescan, I thought my fate would be the same as Shadi's. I owe you an apology.
No. We owe you. For allowing our technology to be stolen and used against you in the first place. Options, Mr. Scott.
Darn few. That blasted armor's a rhodidium derivative alloy, protecting our most sensitive areas.
Scans of the armor's characteristics indicate a large fleet moving toward the Peshan homeworld.
Captain, you must stop them.
We can't engage an entire fleet. We'd be killing thousands. We've got to take the Eagle back, kill the snake at its head.
While its body devours my people?
There may be a way to stop both Alersa and her fleet. A review of the Eagle's logs indicate this area of space is uncommonly susceptible to subspace disruption. Local subspace disequilibrium. Were the Eagle's engine output modified, it would disrupt subspace in this area for some time, rendering faster than light travel impossible.
They're not going to voluntarily modify their engines.
It would take a saboteur.
Wait a minute. This area includes where exactly?
We cannot know the location of every Mescan hybrid starship. To be effective, the disruption must encompass both star systems.
My God, Jim, that would isolate them totally. What if their colony worlds can't survive without support? Millions could die on both sides.
Mr. Spock, how long would this disruption last?
Unknown.
Many of our colonies would find life difficult for a time. But this would keep my homeworld safe.
And what of the Mescan? Who speaks for them? They can't all support this war. Those who don't die along with those who do?
Such is the unfortunate price of warfare, Doctor. We are not the aggressors.
Yeah, well, ask the dead if they give a damn who the aggressors are.
Fewer would die this way.
You don't know that. You can't know that. Jim, we can't do this.
I agree with the doctor. We'd be making a decision that would affect not only this generation, but countless generations to come. We can't doom two cultures like this.
Captain, you argue for a posterity that won't exist should we die today.
Commander, this isn't the answer. Kirk here.
Sensors have been restored, Captain, but the Eagle's already gone.
Find them. All hands, battle stations.
Captain's log, Stardate 7232.8. Commander Kuril has contacted his government. They have approved the subspace destabilization plan. That makes my decision no easier. What's left of the Peshan forces have pulled back to defend their homeworld from an attacking Meskin fleet that I must stop. If necessary, with the drastic measures Spock has suggested.
She's alone again. Target the Eagle.
Aye, sir.
2 vessels incoming. Hybrid Meskin starships. Time to intercept 3.2 minutes.
Our 6th Fleet. 7,500 souls. They're gone. Now nothing stands between her and my planet.
We've got to get through that armor.
Captain, it may be possible to strengthen our phasers enough to burn through. We could reroute their power directly to the warp engines.
Our relays aren't designed to withstand that.
Bypass them.
Aye, but the firing circuits will only hold for a minute or two.
A minute or two will get her attention, Mr. Scott.
Aye, sir.
Mr. Spock, this plan. How certain are you this thing's gonna work?
The problem is not execution, but timing. In order for the Enterprise to escape the subsequent dead zone, the engine imbalance which created the wormhole and brought the Eagle to this system must be duplicated, in only moments before setting off the subspace disruption.
Kuril, are you sure about this? Are your people sure?
I'm not. But it's a price they are willing to pay. There will at least be peace if neither side can visit war on the enemy. If we are to be trapped together forever, maybe it's just accounting for our respective crimes.
I can send you home in a shuttle. You'll reach your colony in
Captain,
time.
I was an astrophysicist. If my people were to be lost to space normal travel, someone needs to be outside the phenomena, looking for a solution. And I have no family to return to.
What adjustments do I need to make to the Eagle's engines?
Captain, I'm the logical choice to beam over to the Eagle and effect the modifications. Alersa's abilities may be a threat to you, while my Vulcan mental disciplines
are needed here. That woman murdered a starship captain and killed his crew. I'm going, Spock.
It will take 2 saboteurs. Someone must route power to the proper circuits, while the other modifies the plasma flow.
Peter.
Yes, sir.
I understand that you've been polishing your engineering skills. Good. Because you're coming with me.
We're cruising at warp 8, heading deep into our system.
Increase speed to match.
The drain to the engines will limit disruptor batteries and our structural integrity.
Hand up! Intercept the Enterprise. Everything that I have worked to achieve will not be destroyed. You know why? Do you? Because you will not let that happen.
Mr. Scott, request permission to assist with the warp phasers.
Warp phasers? Is that what we're calling them now?
They will be powered by the warp engines, sir.
Aye. You lads finish these bypasses. I gotta get back to ruining my engines.
Balancing the engines puts the lives of everyone on board at risk. Nobody knows that better than Scotty.
What if it doesn't work, and there is no wormhole?
We're sending out a warp buoy ahead of the destabilization wave. Starfleet will be briefed in 3 weeks.
And we'll be trapped here?
Not to worry, Ensign. There's a Class M planet only 13 years away at Impulse.
Mr. Chekov, it's the Eagle we want. Even the odds.
Aye, sir.
Eagle is returning fire. All weapons banks.
Casualty reports. Multiple injuries, Captain.
Bridge to Kyle.
Captain, I should really run a diagnostic.
We need those phasers now.
These circuits weren't meant for this. They're gonna blow.
Kyle, throw the switch.
Captain, phasers online.
Fire.
Shields and weapons offline.
Hide them from Kirk and jam their sensors. And get those weapons back!
Shot. Phasers, torpedoes, the whole weapon subsystem. Gone.
Kyle, get those weapons back online.
Aye, sir.
Uhura, get me the Eagle.
On screen.
Alersa, I think it's time we meet face to face. We're prepared to beam you aboard the Enterprise.
Captain Kirk, I had no idea what a developed sense of humor you Starfleet men have.
Oh, we flexed our muscles. We've tested each other. We've looked and we've found our strengths and weaknesses. Let's talk. I'm sure we can come to some sort of understanding.
So now it's my turn to slit this pretty throat for you.
No. I'll come to you. This way you'll get a first-hand look at the operation of our transporters.
Captain Kirk, you become more interesting with each passing moment. Come to me.
Transporter control has been rewired so we can beam both signals in at the same time. Second signal won't be detected. We've rigged it for maximum speed transport to limit time shields are down.
You have the coordinates to beam Ensign Kirk to the Jeffers tube.
Aye, sir.
Keep a lock on those subcutaneous transponders at all times. And you. Try not to dig this one out with a spoon.
Energize.
Energizing.
Two Kirks. God must be punishing me. If we were smart, we'd kill him now.
What's the delay?
He's aboard, my lady. We'll take him to the briefing room.
My quarters, Andok.
I thought that...
Andok, what have I told you about thinking? Don't think. Just do as I say.
No change, Mr. Spock. We can't maintain a lock on the captain's transponder. We've done everything we can to boost the signal.
The armor is interfering with the transmission.
What about Peter?
I have a lock on Ensign Kirk. He's in a less protected section. Mr. Spock, if we can reach the captain by communicator to establish his general position and keep the shields down 75% longer...
That would leave the Enterprise open to heavy attack should the Eagle restore her weapons.
Spock, we are not leaving Jim behind.
If we cannot locate him, Doctor, we may not have a choice.
Captain Kirk. Well, in person at last. Are you truly here to talk? Or are you secretly planning to kill me?
Well, telling you would take away half the challenge, wouldn't it?
Oh, we are two of a kind.
Why don't we just start with a tour of your modifications?
I have something else in mind.
Alersa?
Do not question me, Andor, for your next visit to these quarters will be far less pleasant than usual.
No guards? I'm flat.